Welcome to Valley Elementary Kindergarten Registration!
Meet our office staff. Miss Steamer is our principal, Miss Fuller and Miss Mayo are our secretaries. Miss Erickson is our counselor, and Miss Campbell is our nurse. They will be around the school to help you.
Miss Gachet, Miss Gobar, and Miss Saunders will be our kindergarten teachers for the coming school year. Miss Morris teaches special education. Miss Carver teaches speech and language. Miss Metcalf is our instructional.
This upcoming school year, we will have 3 all-day kindergarten classes where we will focus on reading and math in the mornings, and in the afternoons, we will focus on science, art, writing, math games, coding, and much more. At this time, we would appreciate if you would please fill out a quick survey. Scan the QR code to complete the survey about your plans for your child's kindergarten enrollment. Your response will help us better prepare for the upcoming school year. Thank you. For those of you looking to get a head start on kindergarten, students can experience 3 days of summer school day camp. Students will become familiar with the school environment and the kindergarten school day. This is also a great opportunity to meet the teachers and other classmates. We especially recommend sending kids with August birthdays and any others that parents may have concerns about. The dates for this Jumpstart Camp will be May 27th, 28th, and 29th. The time will be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Valley Elementary in the kindergarten rooms. The cost to join is $35. A check can be made out to Valley Elementary, or you're welcome to pay with a card in the office. We will focus on a variety of subjects like literacy, numeracy, large motor, fine motor, writing, art, and more.
Independence is huge in kindergarten. Give your child opportunities to follow directions and do things on their own. We know that it can be easier to do many things for our children, but keep in mind that in a short time, they'll have to be doing these things on their own at school, and you are helping them learn how to be independent. One thing that can be especially helpful is helping your child practice following multiple directions. For example, change into your pajamas and then brush your teeth. Make sure that your child's name is on their coat and jacket and that they can identify their belongings. It is also helpful if they know how to zip or button any of their clothing that they commonly wear. If your child cannot tie their own shoes, please consider sending your child in Velcro or slip-on shoes so that they can be independent with their shoes. Another area that requires independence for our students is the bathroom. Please make sure that your child can use the restroom by themselves. We cannot help them in any way. They must be toilet trained, and they should be able to manage their snaps, buttons, zippers, and belts independently and be able to close the door every time. Please help them learn how to wash their hands every time they use the restroom. The following skills will really help your child be ready for kindergarten. They should be able to know their first and last name, recognize their first name, and be able to write their first name using a capital letter at the beginning and lowercase letters for the rest. With numbers, they should be able to identify numbers 0 through 10, count 10 objects correctly, 1 to 1, count out loud to 20, and know their basic shapes and colors. Other essentials and information you'll want to keep in mind. Kindergarten starts August 21st, the same as all other grades. Kindergarten students will be given a 30-minute appointment the week before school starts to complete the KEEP assessment and have a back-to-school meet and greet with their teacher. Backpack. Please provide a full-size backpack for your child to accommodate library books, folder, etc. Please make sure to write your child's name on the inside of their backpack. On regular days, school begins at 8:35 a.m. and dismisses at 3:15 p.m. Our short day is Wednesday. School begins at 8:35 a.m. and dismisses at 1:15 p.m. Half-day kindergartners come to school from 8:35 a.m. to 11:35 a.m. Please make sure to drop off and pick up on time. And now a word about attendance and why it matters. Many parents are not aware of how quickly absences add up to academic troubles. A student is considered chronically absent once they have missed 18 days of school. 1 in 10 kindergartners and first graders nationally are considered chronically absent. What does that mean for students? Only 17% of students considered chronically absent in kindergarten and first grade were reading proficiently in the third grade, compared to the 64% of those students with good attendance who were reading proficiently in third grade. You can see that the number of absences can quickly impact how well a student can achieve academically. The kindergarten curriculum has become more rigorous and with higher demands and educational expectations. Good attendance is important because it helps your child develop good habits that will help them succeed for the rest of their lives. Should a student who normally rides the bus need to change their form of transportation, they will need to communicate that change via a note to their teacher. The note can be emailed or handwritten. Without that communication, the student will be required to ride the bus. Students are not permitted to switch buses and can only ride the bus that they are assigned to, getting off at the stop that they are also assigned to. If you know of any families who haven't registered, please encourage them to reach out to the school and do so. Letters and supply lists will be sent out after summer school.
Hello, kindergarten parents. My name is Debbie Campbell, and I am the school nurse here at Valley Elementary. Valley is a great school, and I hope you're really excited to have your kindergarten attend school here. School is a great place to learn, socialize, and play, but when kids are sick, they need to stay home. I usually send out a flyer early in the year regarding when to keep your child home. As a nurse, I am responsible for making sure that we have all the immunizations up to date or on schedule when the kids start kindergarten. It is a state law, not just something we make up here at Valley or even in the district, but it's a state law that all kids must be properly immunized or have an exemption prior to starting school. So please, if you know that your student is due for immunizations, get them taken care of as soon as possible to make sure your little one doesn't have to miss any school or stay home until it's complete. You have 30 days after registering to have this compliance. If your student has a medical condition such as asthma, food allergies, diabetes, seizure activity, to name a few, that you feel that we as the staff and faculty here at Valley need to be aware of for health and safety purposes, please let me know today or prior to kindergarten starting. We may need to set up a healthcare plan, which is a plan of instruction of nursing care for staff to help manage your student's condition while here at school. Making sure that we all feel safe is a high priority. We are able to give medications to your child here at school if you or your doctor feel that it is necessary. Things like ADHD medication or pain relievers, just to name a few. There is paperwork that has to be completed by your doctor before we as staff are allowed to administer any medication while your child is at school. Unfortunately, we can't give Tylenol, cough drops, Benadryl, or any over-the-counter medication without a doctor prescribing it and without the paperwork completed. A new law was passed by the legislature this year, which requires kindergartners to be fully potty trained and that they're able to use the bathroom by his or herself prior to starting kindergarten. We know that accidents happen and we'll call you to come help change them and their clothing if one occurs, but please make sure that they can button and zip their pants independently. I will be doing vision screening in the fall of each school year. If your student has difficulty seeing, you'll receive a referral sent home by me. This doesn't mean that your child needs glasses or corrective lenses. It just means on the day that we as the nurses screened your child, something didn't seem right or we weren't able to see the passing lines on our chart. Also, each fall, the Weber Morgan Health Department comes to Valley to provide a flu clinic for our staff and students. Your child may participate in that only if you give your consent and the appropriate paperwork is completed, which will be sent home prior to their visit in the fall. It is certainly not required, but it's provided to our community as an easy way to get your flu shot, and you're welcome to attend with them as well. We are excited for your students to be here at Valley. Welcome, Bulldogs.
Some information from Miss Carver, our speech and language teacher. Hearing and speech screenings will be offered to all students unless parents provide written refusal, and these appointments are scheduled within the first 2 weeks of school. With articulation, students should be able to say the sounds of K, G, T, D, P, B, M, N, F. R is a sound that they will develop during the kindergarten year. You also don't need to worry about the sounds of S, Z, L, SH, TH, CH, and J. These sounds will come later. You should be able to understand 90 to 100% of what a 5-year-old says to you. Some other skills to consider for your kindergarten student is socially, they should be able to take turns while playing, make eye contact, and hold conversations at home. Screen time should be in moderation. Language, they should be able to follow 2- and 3-step directions and speak in 5 to 6 word sentences. Kindergartners should be able to use pronouns and verb tense correctly. Our special education teacher, Miss Morris, would like to remind you that every student can learn, just not on the same day or in the same way. She's ready to provide extra support in reading and math for students with individualized education plans or IEPs. Our school counselor, Mrs. Erickson, works with our students in class weekly, working on topics of readiness and maturity, self-esteem, independence, social skills, how to benefit from routines and schedules, and helps facilitate an excitement for learning. Our instructional coach, Miss Metcalf, would like to remind you that reading is one of the very most important skills that your child will learn. Read to them every day, help them practice their letter recognition and sounds, and play phonemic awareness games with them, which is just listening to hear sounds and manipulate sounds in words. Throughout the year, your student will be assessed using the DIBELS assessment. Beginning of year, middle of year, and end of year. We use the information to track and watch for how they are growing as readers. Students that are struggling will receive small group targeted instruction to help them catch up to where they should be.
We would like to invite you to join our amazing PTO, where parents work together with the school to organize fun activities and events for our students and community. Meetings are held on the second Wednesday of each month from 11:15 to 12:15 in the library. We look forward to seeing you there.
If you have any questions or need to contact the school, we are always pleased to help you in any way that we possibly can. The school number is 801-452-4180. And if we are not able to answer the phone immediately, leave a message and we will return the call as soon as we possibly can.
For watching. Have a great day.